Did you know that not all whiskey brands are created equal? Some could leave you with more than just a hangover. We're talking about health risks that could surprise you. Today, we're diving deep into the 8 whiskey brands you should avoid at all costs and revealing a few safe options that actually deserve a spot in your bar. Stick around, you won't believe what's lurking in those bottles. Welcome to today's video where we're taking a deep dive into the whiskey world. We're not just talking about flavor profiles, distillery history, or age. We're going deeper, uncovering the hidden dangers behind some of the most popular whiskey brands. You may be shocked by the brands we're about to reveal, but before we dive into the unsafe ones, let's start with a simple truth. Whiskey is supposed to be enjoyed, not feared. But with all the options on the market, how do you know which ones are truly safe? You don't want to waste your money on subpar whiskey that could be doing more harm than good. So let's separate the good from the bad. Let's begin with the 8 whiskey brands that you should never drink. You might recognize these names, but don't let the flashy labels fool you. There's a reason these brands are best left on the shelf. The first one on our list is a brand that has been around for decades, but recent investigations have uncovered some shocking truths about its production process. We're talking about Brand X. Despite its widespread popularity, Brand X is known for using cheap, low-quality ingredients and questionable production methods. The distilling process is rushed, and to make matters worse, they use artificial additives to boost flavor and color. When it comes to whiskey, you want purity, but Brand X cuts corners in ways that could harm your health. If you care about the quality of your drink, this one is definitely one to avoid. Next up, we have Brand Y. This whiskey may have won a few awards, but what they don't tell you is that their aging process is a far cry from traditional methods. Instead of being aged in oak barrels, Brand Y uses synthetic casks that may affect the overall flavor and authenticity of the drink. What's even worse, the chemicals in these synthetic barrels could potentially leach into your whiskey. If you're looking for a drink that stays true to the craft of whiskey making, you should steer clear of Brand Y. Moving on to Brand Z, this whiskey may come with a hefty price tag, but buyer beware. Brand Z has faced multiple controversies regarding their sourcing practices. They use grain imported from countries with questionable agricultural standards, and in some cases, the grains used are contaminated with pesticides and herbicides. This could be putting your health at risk with every sip you take. Let's talk about Brand A, a widely consumed whiskey that's been criticized for its use of additives to give it a smoother taste. This brand is notorious for using caramel coloring to achieve its amber hue, and this chemical is known to be linked to potential health risks. If you're someone who cares about what goes into your body, Brand A is definitely one you should avoid. Now let's look at Brand B, which has made a name for itself with flashy marketing and celebrity endorsements. However, what they don't advertise is the fact that they use artificial flavorings to mask imperfections in their production. Instead of allowing the natural flavors to shine through, they rely on chemicals to achieve a better taste. It's no wonder that many whiskey aficionados have started to avoid Brand B altogether. And now we come to Brand C. While it might be tempting to reach for a bottle of Brand C due to its low price, we strongly recommend you resist the urge. This whiskey is produced in mass quantities with little regard for quality. It's made using subpar grains and rushed aging methods. If you're looking for a whiskey that represents craftsmanship and tradition, Brand C is not your best bet. Then we have Brand D, a whiskey that promises a rich, smoky flavor, but at what cost? The distillation process for Brand D is full of shortcuts, and the use of cheaper grains and synthetic additives can significantly alter the taste. If you're a true whiskey lover, you'll want to pass on Brand D. Finally, Brand A makes our list of dangerous whiskey brands. This whiskey is known for its deceptive marketing, claiming to be a premium product while cutting costs in its production. The lack of transparency in sourcing ingredients and the questionable quality of its distillation process are just a few red flags. Don't let the fancy label fool you. Brand E doesn't live up to the hype. Now that you know the brands you should avoid, let's take a moment to look at some whiskey brands that are actually safe and worth your money. These are the brands that prioritize quality, craftsmanship, and sustainability in every bottle they produce. First up, we have brand F, which has been a staple in the whiskey world for generations. Known for its commitment to traditional methods and high-quality ingredients, brand F is a great option for those looking for a smooth and authentic taste. Their aging process is second to none, and they take great care in selecting the finest grains for each batch. If you're looking for a whiskey you can trust, brand F is a solid choice. Next, brand G has earned a reputation for producing some of the finest whiskeys on the market. With a focus on sustainable practices and a commitment to organic ingredients, brand G stands out as a brand that cares about both quality and the environment. Their whiskeys are crafted using time-honored methods, and the end result is a drink that's as pure as it is flavorful. For those who appreciate a smooth, well-balanced whiskey, brand H is another excellent option. With a strong focus on craftsmanship and attention to detail, brand H produces a range